I'm getting tickled on the belly, I am a nana. The ear is looking so much better this morning, my little darling. And she's getting a tickle on the belly because she's such a good girl. She's getting a tickle on the belly. She doesn't have to socially isolate or practice the 1.5 meter safety zone because of the COVID-19. Well, at least I don't think so. I don't think humans can give animals COVID-19. Can't exactly trust Google Doctor for that information, can we? Might have to resort back to Mama Dr. Jones or Mike. I think one of those two mentioned on their channel. She's loving the belly tickle this morning. She's loving the belly tickle this morning. She love it, she love it, she love it. She love it, she love it, she love it. Just pull your jump up a bit more so I can get all your belly and your chest. There's better. That's better. Just got to turn the light off. Hang on. Because it's annoying the crap out of her. There's better. She's in heaven. She's in heaven. Heaven, heaven, heaven. It feels so good, yes it does. She's in heaven. She's in heaven. Heaven, heaven, heaven. Oh, the baby girl. See, like her tummy rub. Don't you, your belly rubbed? Yes, you do. You love your belly rub. What did you do? You love your belly rub. There's a hysterectomy scar just there. You had your innards taken out, didn't you? Well, not her innards, but that's where she had her surgery, so she couldn't have any puppies. She was such a tiny dog. We didn't want her to go through any hard labours or anything like that. As you can see, this ear is not pink at all. And the other ear was virtually the same colour this morning, so we're back to normal. But we still are, and we now have to be very careful with her grooming techniques because she's prone to ear infections. So we'll take that into account whenever we groom her. She's in heaven, heavy heaven. Oh, that's a big stretch. Oh, she's had enough. You had enough now, have you? Okay. Should we go to the toilet? Want to go toilet? Go wee-wee? I know Nana's got to go wee-wee, but how about Nana take her meds first? Nana have her medication first. Okay. So this is all the medication I take in the morning. My vitamins, D and calcium multivitamins, Lyrica for my spinal issues, Panadol or paracetamol, Tarjan, my antibiotic, my diabetic medication, my neuralgic pain medication, which isn't working, so I need to get started on something else, cholesterol tablet and antidepressant, if I didn't mention that one, and also second antidepressant. And believe it or not, I've tried to come off one or both of those antibiotics and my mood changed dramatically. So they're here to stay for now. How much medication do you guys take? Comment below. Someone's eagerly awaiting the door to be opened. Someone has been ordered to get some sunlight onto their beautiful little scalp. Well, their back anyway. What am I saying? Scalp. That's me. Woozy woozies. Good morning, people of this world. Yes, this is a face you haven't seen for quite some time lately. I know, don't I? This morning I made my first cup of coffee for a long time because I haven't been able to get out of bed. But I am today. I got out of bed. Can't you tell I've got bed hair? I made my first cup of coffee with skim milk. No, powdered skim milk. No, powdered full cream milk. Just the way my dad used to drink it, and just the way my nana used to make it. I actually just put the powdered milk in the cup of coffee rather than mix it up with water at this stage, because I wanted to try and bring back some fond memories. So here we go. What does it taste like? Oh God, it's so good. And it's only a tablespoon. Probably more than I should add. But the other day when I went shopping, there was a limit on milk. And the one packet that I did buy makes up to 5 litres. So it's more economical to buy that than it was to buy 3 litre fresh milk. So I thought, well, why not? So I did. And I also bought a long life milk as well, Woolworths full cream, because eventually when that runs out, we'll be able to use that. So we are all looking at self-isolating here in Australia. We now have to limit our space, so there has to be 4 by 4 cubic spare meters between or for the one person. If you have a large gathering of less than 50 people, I feel so embarrassed that I've just had to do that, but I think I just had a big booger coming out of my nose. So you've all seen that firsthand. But anyway, so if there's 50 people or less in a gathering, then you have to make sure that each person has 2 meters by 2 meters or 4 square meters by 4 square meters. And you still have to practice that social distancing of 1.5 meters. So, yep. And of course, you're not limited to the confounds of your backyard. Hello, backyard. Or the front yard, which you've seen before anyway, I think. Or I haven't even placed those vlogs up yet at the moment. I'm so far behind, it's not funny. And I have to apologise to everyone because it's been such a hectic 4 or 5 months for me. I've just recently been diagnosed with cervical, thoracic and lumbar myelopathy, which I will go into when I do another video about that. It means that my condition is non-operable, basically because what herniated discs are pushing on the spinal cord, they're too close and they're pushing too much on the spinal cord, that if they do go into decompress, basically it may cause me further damage. And I've already had damage to the bladder done, hence I'm getting the bladder spasms, which we are trying to at the moment iron out, trying to make me pain-free. Not pain-free, even just minute get-through living each day. So I'm trying a new Parkinson's drug, but of course there are side effects from that. So I haven't started it yet because I wasn't able to afford it this week, so I'm going to start it next week. So I'll let you know how that goes. And obviously I'll let my doctor know as well, because she's quite concerned. I'm concerned because these spasms kept me in bed all day yesterday. All day. And I basically knocked myself out. because I couldn't stand the pain anymore. I just could not. But of course, I have to have a few of those type of days. So much, I can't rely on those days because, as you can imagine, the medication that I'm on is already damaging to my body as it is. And it's also taking some of my years away from my life. You know, with this condition now, prior to this having this condition, I probably had a lifespan of even 90 to 100. And that would have been nice, actually. I would have liked that, you know, given the fact that I was even mildly not well. However, now 60, 70. So, and I'm now almost 50. So I've only got, you know, 20 odd years of my life left. So I do want to enjoy what I do have of it. And I don't want to sleep those days away. So, yeah, I've been picking my lip. But I haven't been out socialising, haven't had friends around socialising or anything like that. Actually, my last visit with Shazza was last week when she brought some soup around. But I've been very reluctant to head around there. Not only do children, I won't say harbour, because it's not a very good word in today's society or in the current situation to use, but kids can mask the fact that they've got the COVID-19 and unfortunately I don't want to put them at risk, Sharon at risk, or myself at risk. Although they've only had one child death, which was in Singapore or Japan, I don't want to contribute to that figure here in Australia. I'm not saying I have COVID-19. I haven't. I've had no signs or symptoms. I haven't travelled anywhere. So I'm not at risk. There is the fact that there was someone in a friend's family that did travel and has returned in the last month, a couple of weeks. I don't know what he's been doing about being tested for it, because I'm not sure if he even had a cold or a flu on his return. Usually people do, because it's, you know, it's spent in air conditioning because it was very hot over in America. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't want to put anyone at risk, and I don't want to put myself at risk, because I do have a chronic illness. And let's face it, when there is a vaccine, because that is the question, when it's going to come out, because it is in trials now. We've all heard that. If and when one does come out, we won't be the first suffer. People with chronic illnesses won't be the first to get it. Those people who are fit and healthy will get it first. And as I've described to a couple of my friends, if you were in a burning building in a wheelchair, you obviously couldn't pick yourself up and walk down those stairs, because as we know, you can't use the lifts. So you would be one of the last people to go out of that burning building. I'm not saying that you would be, because in my mind, if I had two legs and I saw someone in a wheelchair, I would certainly do my best to get them down those stairs with everybody else. But we're always taught that if you suffer a chronic illness or you're in a wheelchair and you're disabled, that you won't necessarily be the first, the mid, but you will be the last to get out of that burning building. So same with us. We suffer a chronic illness, so we'll be the last to get the COVID-19 vaccines. So, I mean, it's like the flu season. They produce so much of it that it doesn't matter who gets one first, because they've got enough for all the Australian population. So it doesn't matter. And it comes in intervals. And doctors tend to keep their patients with chronic illnesses, you know, toned back a bit. They don't say to them, look, you've got a chronic illness, we can't give you this vaccine right now. We're going to order some more in and you'll be the last to get it. We've just run out, got to get some more, and will let you know when I can give you some. And generally my doctor doesn't hesitate. She brings the vaccine, she injects into my arm, no questions asked. I do have that type of relationship with my general practitioner, FRAC general practitioner. Without her, I would be lost. She visits me at home because I can no longer get out. So I'm very, very lucky. And any scripts that I need, she prints out via her visit, and she gives to me when she gets here on a weekend. So, and that's something she does off her own back. I'm indebted to her. So Jillian, primary health Rabina, you deserve a big pat on the back, baby. You really do. So yeah, if you're in that area, or even if you live 20-30 minutes away, go visit that medical centre. It bulk bills, and it has specialists there as well, the bulk bill, x-rays, CT scans, ultrasounds, all that type of stuff. So give it a go. They've got great doctors there. I, in fact, have seen 3 of them. Actually, no, 5 of them that are there. 3 because I couldn't get in to see my normal GP or she was on holidays. 1 because I fainted outside his door. Yeah, so, and they're all great doctors. Dan, Jillian, Alex, Dr. Nylander, God, what was the other doctor's name? And Shane, I think his name is, but I don't know his surname. But he also does deal in chronic illnesses as well. He's on the right, he's on the left-hand side as you're looking at reception. So Shane's someone. But anyway, 5 great doctors. And they are that, just that. So what else is there to talk about? There's a lot to talk about, guys and girls. So I'm going to quickly get this one together and pop it up on YouTube, because I'll be honest, I've been delaying responding to my messages, email, Facebook Messenger. I've answered them all now. I've had a few people really worried about me, so thank you very much for your kind words. I am still here with you all. I didn't decide to, well, I'm never going to decide to ever take my life, that's for sure. I will always be around. I've just had some health issues to really deal with, and a lot of pain issues. So, and I've taken them on board now, and I'm back with you. So I'll be seeing you again really soon. Until then, it's bye for now.